Oh, hello. I recently came across the Sorb3t idol group. They're like well, they're not really an idol group, or at least not yet, but they are inspired by J-pop, so they want to be a J-pop idol group based in California. But unfortunately, there's like a lot of controversy surrounding the group, so I'm just gonna give my thoughts on it. So let's just get into it. Some people might find it like kind of cringy what they're doing, but if I'm being honest, I don't think it's cringy at all. I think it's actually pretty cute and admiring. I think like a lot of like I'm going to say Americans, well, maybe not even Americans, but I just think a lot of people, they don't really know about J-pop, and then that can kind of cause some confusion about it. So they're just like, when they see things based off J-pop, they're just kind of like, what? This is weird. But I think like if anyone who's like familiar with J-pop, not K-pop, but J-pop, then they're like, okay, they can kind of know what the group is going for. I know one thing that might have thrown people off is the call and response thing that they do.
Hello, I'm Alice, and I am the green member of Sorb3t. And my emoji is a little four-leaf clover, and I like to bring luck to all of my fans.
Honestly, that's just normal stuff in like the idol world. I'm not sure if they do that in K-pop, as I'm not too deep into K-pop, but I am, like I said, I am familiar with J-pop, and I know that is something that idols do in J-pop. I think it's actually really cute, and I think it's supposed to be like some form of like fan interaction, and that's really what it's supposed to do, just fans interacting with the idols as they are going on lives. I'm a huge fan of Love Live, and since Love Live is kind of like an idol group, they do those call and responses.
行きます。みんなのハート撃ち抜くぞー。ラブアローシュートトトトトトトト。ちょっとすごい緊張してるんだけど、今日もし初めてね来たよっていう人も、そうねのために説明すると説明しよう。説明から説明大事大事。あのね、とにかく、私が放ったらうって割とね、みんな分かってるよね。低めのトーンで言って、面白いからその方。それじゃあちょっといきますね。行こう。大阪の皆さん、久しぶりに行きますよ。ラブアローシュート
One of my favorites is Setsuna's Scarlet Storm. I think stuff like that's really cool. I don't think like with Sorb3t's call and responses, I don't find them cringy. Like I said, I just think it's really cute, and it is inspired by J-pop. So what they're doing is honestly pretty normal for J-pop stuff. I had seen a video, and they have the dude in it had spoken about the choreography of Sorb3t, and he had compared it to K-pop, and he had said, this is like Ed Bajan's video, and he's a pretty cool dude, so no beef there. But he was saying something like how K-pop idols, they do go through like these grueling training camp stuff, and like by the end of it, that's how they have like above average dance skills, and that is very true. These K-pop idols work really hard and whatnot, but the only thing is like K-pop is different from J-pop, so it's a little bit unfair to like compare these girls to K-pop idols when they're not really inspired by K-pop but J-pop. Anyways, if you've ever watched like J-pop idols, a lot of them do have like that type of choreography. And this is something I had picked up on when I was younger. I had noticed like a lot of dances from like J-pop, groups. They're like a lot different than like what I was used to seeing from like American artists and whatnot. And later on, like years later, I was watching a show called I I was watching a show called Aikatsu, and they actually explained like why J-pop idols dance the way they do. And basically, J-pop idols, their dances are supposed to be very simple because the idea is that it's so simple that anyone can do it. So that's why they dance like that. It's not supposed to be these highly complicated dances. It's supposed to be like easy dances, so that way if their fans wanted to, what's the word I'm looking for? Copy it? I don't know. But if their fans wanted to copy the dances, then their fans won't have that much trouble doing the dances. So that's why their dance is like that. It's supposed to be simple. And now another controversy they had was Barry's accent. I'm not, if you're offended by it, I'm not going to say don't be offended by it, but I do think like she really didn't mean to actually offend people by it. I think this is just one of those things where she like loved J-pop so much that she started emulating the way the J-pop idols talk. And that's why she had like that's why she had a Japanese accent. And she did say something about like she said her name like the katakana way.
Thought that since my call and response is in Japanese, that if I pronounced the words strawberry and blueberry the way that the katakana would be read out loud, that it would be okay. And I see now that I was wrong.
I'll just insert a clip of what she said. And I can kind of understand where she's like going from that. But once again, like I'm not going to say don't be offended, but yeah, I'm not going to say don't be offended if you are offended. But I do think this is just her like really liking Japanese culture to the point where she's like emulating the way they speak.
I figured that since I'm the same person, whether I'm solo or in a group, that I could use the same call and response in both instances. Also, my boyfriend, who is Japanese, unintentionally came up with part of my call and response. One day we were just talking about my idol career, and on a whim he just made up something.
She did pull that, oh, I have a Japanese boyfriend, and I can understand why a lot of people weren't feeling that. That truly is the equivalent of, I'm not racist, I have a black friend. I don't think she meant it like that, but she like kind of accidentally did pull that. Oh, and then the last thing is like, yeah, I really don't think these girls meant any harm. I think all of them, they just really liked J-pop, and they just emulated it a lot. I did hear they got doxxed, and that was kind of messed up in my opinion. I don't think, even if you disagree with someone, you should like never do that. So don't do that. In the future for these girls, I do hope that they're able to grow from this situation. Like I said, I don't think anyone meant any harm, so I hope at least they could maybe learn something and improve. I don't think they should stop being J-pop idol groups just because of this controversy. Barry did say she wanted to, learn Japanese, so I hope she can continue doing that. And I hope all the girls, become successful in their endeavors. That's pretty much it, honestly. Don't send hate to these girls all because you disagree with them, and don't be doxing people all because like you disagree with them. That's not cool. And that's honestly pretty much it. Have a good day, everyone.